63 for 1,000 yards today, and off and running already. He's going to have the ball punched out of bounds, but he picks up a first down.
Why we had a pass unable to be completed.
Both those ends you talked about had him in a sandwich. They dump it down to Carter. They use their backs a lot. Johnson replacing Anderson at center. Howell flips it across the middle. Big hit delivered, but a nice catch made in traffic by Carter. That's a running back.
Well, that's a gutsy throw, throwing it late over the middle like that. Watch the backers just kind of keeping their eyes, watching, seeing who might be coming in as a crosser, communicating. Everybody try to get on the same page. Just throwing this gutsy throw. He got away with one there.
Brother Sage is a receiver at Wake Forest, is also a top 2 pick. Look out, Carter's in the secondary and down the sidelines. It's a foot race. Can they catch him? They cannot. The Heels, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, stretch the lead.
Miami's going to get upfield. When they get upfield, you can get underneath them. That's what they wanted to do in this game. Get upfield, make them pay for being vertical as a defensive line, and then that's just poor tackling in the back end by Miami. It's one thing to be able to get creased with the defensive line, but when these backs get to that second and third level.
The team with Lamar Jackson had more explosive plays than Carolina. And they've added to that total here today. There's some backup defensive interior lineman in there as Carter takes it in full. Absolutely, and trying to stretch the lead here. Carter
down or near the ground. So that's what got the penalty taken away. So now the only penalty you have is
hits him with his helmet as long as Newsom gets hit in the
foul.
helmet.
Face mask number 1, defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
if you're defenseless, you get hit with forcible contact to the head neck area by a helmet, by a shoulder, by a forearm, that can be targeting.
Now you see a penalty there, and Silvera grabbed Carter, had the big 51-yarder in the opening series. Carter again eludes a tackle at the line and is bouncing and running hard, and it's another first down. Remember when he bounced off Amari Carter, the big hitter, the captain from Miami? You spotted something early. That was a serious message sent.
Yeah, early in the game, he bounced off him. But I just love a counter play. He picks it, gets underneath again. Jalen Phillips, watch his little lateral quickness and hops. He's just patiently waiting and waiting and waiting and then accelerating as he's setting up his blocks in front of him.
But when you got a running back who's sending messages to big hitting safeties and then breaking tackles and going for the end zone again, this is getting ridiculous. Heels stretch the lead, and it's Carter who joins his backfield mate Williams in the end zone. Another missed tackle for Miami.
It's one thing to really appreciate. Stands out to me is the vision right here, these backers. Watch how they come into this. Because Carter is so short, imagine being a linebacker and trying to find Michael Carter first. That's the first thing. So he's able to get through there, and then it's just poor effort and bad angles by the defensive backs. I mean, he's listed at 5'8".
Williams and Carter each with 2 touchdowns in the first half. This is Carter taking off. They pick up right where they left off. Again, they can't contain him. He gets the edge and scoots out near midfield. Each guy over 1,000 yards for the season tonight.
Well, when you have a defense that's going to flow and over pursue, you can get a back that can cut back and feel that. See how those linebackers at the second level, they're running as fast as they can to try to get to a spot, and Carter does a good job of sensing that.
You like his average before this carry? 18 yards per carry. He had gained 143 in his 8 carries.
That's what you dream about.
4 down. Miami's defense had a chance to make a play on that 4th and 11 play. They have a free play. Actually, you won't even need a free play. A penalty on Miami. Whistle before the snap.
Offense number 8.
It's a flinch.
5-yard penalty. Still second down.
To offensive line.
But just lean forward a little bit. That's
just
enough.
A little. Just a little.
68 career touchdown passes at Carolina. Carter gets the edge and then he never was tackled. I mean,
it's been lethal most of tonight.
Instead, it's Carter. This has been lethal, too. Number 8 just running through big creases, banging. Doesn't matter how many penalties they have. They just gain it right back on the ground. back them up, convert.
Yeah, they get the ball to the outside, but watch the safeties and linebackers. Watch them try to get off blocks. They're just kind of stepping out of the way. I mean, Walston, the tight end, didn't even have to make a block. The safeties and backers are just kind of olaying and getting out of the way, giving Carter plenty of room to run.
Banging down inside the 5. 300-yard rushing day and counting for Carolina, with a long way to go.
You know, you draw plays up all week. Got to wrap them up. You're going to get embarrassed again.
Carter's back in the game now. They feed him. Used to do it. That's even harder.
Well, they just keep running that counter play. Well, why not?
Carter in the seam, in the clear, foot race. Can they get him? Yeah, they're going to finally catch him at the 15. But now Carter joins Javonte Williams, over 200 yards rushing.
Watch the center's block here that opens it up. Nice job by Anderson, just pushing Silvera. And then again, these safeties had a rough night, coming in out of control in run support. How many times have we seen a safety from Miami running up out of control, and whether it's Carter, these have to lock in on that. You get some one-on-one, but it's been really all about the running game.
And 3rd and 9, they just hand it off, and they're going to make it with Carter banging down 1st and goal. You forget the traditional calls on 3rd down. Just hand the ball off, and there's one more year at quarterback. Is that you try to get some separation from those guys. Oh. Carter again. Oh my goodness, spinning, twisting, adding to his total. Finally banged out inside the 10. These guys they don't really recruit against each other, but they figured a battle for recruiting supremacy in this division. Carter running just as hard up huge in the 4th as he did in the very first play. McLeod tackled him.
I'm still just in awe of this Carolina running game and what they've done. And the eye roll about Notre Dame and people feeling they're overrated as a motivator. And they're not really taking a lot of pats on the back. They're very game with 518 yards rushing.
You have now.
Yeah.
And adding to the total, I mean Carter's trying to get to 300 yards.
In a position to win and giving these backs so much room to work with.
Carter, short gain. Look, I'm going to take the chance to thank 2 guys who've done a tremendous job this year, really on behalf of all of our crew.
Jeremy and Cam are, like you said, relentless, tireless workers, and we appreciate their efforts.
Relentless and tireless is Michael Carter. He's just well, he's over. That's it. That puts him at 301 on his 23 carries, averaging 13 per carry, and he's still out there. We talked about the last time 2 Power 5 backs had gone over 200. Now you got a 300-yard rusher.
Most rushing yards by teammates in FBS history.
When you showed up here in the nick of time, did you think you'd see NCAA rushing history made against this Miami defense today?
No, not at all. Completely worth that helicopter ride over here.
You know, how did you do with your picks while on the helicopter? You might have discovered something. You know, on dry land, they haven't been as good.
No, I'm not good on the...
Do it. Well, you've seen something historic today. Michael Carter, Javonte Williams, the 2 running backs combine for 544 yards and 5 touchdowns. 2 teammates never had a combined rushing day like that. It's a milestone, as we mentioned, for Carolina. 16 years since their last top 10 win.